Can I have a quick show of hands for anyone who has gotten shit yourself drunk? Anyone who has pooed themselves after a bender, raise your hand. Well, I didn't have my hand up either. Seriously, it only happened once and I'm convinced it was a bad reaction to Vietnamese food. The second time wasn't me. Someone shit in my ass crack while I was blacked out. People are so fucked up sometimes. There were peanuts in it. I'm allergic. Dude, I could have died. I didn't shit myself. Honest. Where's the fucking intro music? I can't tell you people anything.
Hey, I guess it's me this time. Welcome to episode 10 of the Heavy Drinking Podcast. What's up? Pretty excited to be all the way to 10 episodes. It's been a while.
Yeah, lucky number 10. I know.
Yeah. So, as always, here in the bar, to my left is Jay.
What's up, everybody?
Over across the bar and to my right is Paulo.
I praise you, brother Jeff.
Our producer, Dave.
What's up?
And today we have a very, very, very special guest. We've talked about him many times on the podcast. I promised in the first episode that I would never allow him on to defend his honor, but he is related to one of us, so I guess we had to have him. Gary Crumb is here.
Yeah, he is. Welcome, Gary, everybody. Clap your hands. Don't spill the beer. Don't spill the
I'm related
beer.
to all of you except for Paulo, but
Eskimo Brothers is not an actual relation.
soon enough. That's fine.
Look at Gary's.
Make sure you're talking on the
Gary,
microphone.
turn your head.
Hi.
Face Paulo so everyone can see your beard. Yeah, that's nice.
It's wizard.
Look at that.
It's past like bearded dude into wizard territory.
Yeah. It really is, though. Gandalf status now.
So Gary is Jay's brother. He's
my brother.
my girlfriend. Dave's friend, and Paulo probably barely knows him.
Barely.
Just through the dick stories that we've told about
Yeah.
on here. So Gary got fucked by their sister's dog. We told that story.
Well, it was me.
Tiki.
but it was his pants.
Well, he was wearing them at the time. So
Well, I guess that did happen.
yeah.
I was getting fucked in the beginning.
That's true.
It was an experiment. That's why I took my pants off.
Yeah.
And you put them on.
Well, Jay. Well, I mean, yes, it was an experiment, but I believe Jay was the scientist. You were
Haven't there been
the
like
victim.
I mean, yeah.
So Gary has been informed of the rules, and he knows what's going to take to do a shot of Jaeger. I would expect to hear that name quite a few times
Trump.
tonight.
Hey,
And out comes Jaeger.
that's a record breaker right there.
It is. Yeah, check the timestamp on that.
That's a record breaker.
I think that's within the first minute.
Just drink it right out of the bottle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
It's
just check it
alcohol.
Pretty sure it self-sterilizes.
So it's Wednesday again, my dudes. And so it's been a week since we recorded the last episode, which is actually pretty good for us. We've been going a lot longer than a week in between episodes.
I tell you what, last Thursday was a horrible day at work for me.
Well, that's why we're trying to start a little earlier.
Let's see if we can't do that again.
Get this done, yeah.
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 So what was everybody up to since Wednesday?
Drinking. Like Sunday, I drank for 12 hours straight. That was a nice day.
Yeah, I met you down at the Porky's.
Yep.
It was a fun time.
BBs?
Beepies. Did everybody watch football on Sunday?
I tried. I tried so hard. I was with 100 people that were watching it,
You
and
stared at it?
I saw a couple things happen, like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he
Is
got
that a
hurt.
guy?
He got hurt.
He did.
Yeah. He broke his collarbone?
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Talk about sports.
When
Yeah, what else?
Tony Romo broke his collarbone, everybody said it was his pussy bone.
Tony.
I'm going to go ahead and say that Aaron Rodgers broke his pussy bone.
Speaking about broken bones, did you see that clip in that Celtics game?
Yeah.
I did not.
Holy
That was pretty
shit.
gnarly. I thought his shoe was off, but then I realized his foot was still in the shoe.
His foot was off.
Yeah, his foot was off his
He was
leg.
like, it was his first game, I think.
Yeah.
With the
Yeah, I
Celtics.
believe
Well,
so.
it was the first. It was the
Actual-
season opener, and
Yeah.
he was supposed to be the guy that like led them to the finals this year. So
Yeah.
they're kind of fucked on that one.
It's nasty looking.
Yeah, it was pretty nasty.
I don't watch tennis, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I had a fucking crazy weekend. What did I do first? Oh, I went to a big coral show. I got a sweet saltwater tank and bought a bunch of corals, so that was fun. Then I came back and it it was like the last weekend at the marina. So we had to pull the boats out. One of the boats that, like one of the dudes that we hang out with has had no power for like 3 weeks. So we had to kind of tow it onto a trailer, and that was pretty fucking scary. I was like sitting in the boat while my uncle was towing that boat, and the guy who owned the boat was standing on the land waiting to catch a rope to pull this dead boat into the trailer. It was fucking terrifying. So I got that done.
You said your weekend was insane.
Yeah.
So when does it turn into a Michael Bay movie?
Dude, the boat exploded.
Oh, okay. That's crazy.
And then I just
that part out.
mean insane, like time wise. And then I actually started ripping apart my uncle's basement on Sunday to build a bar, which is why I was measuring your bar today.
Nice.
So we're gonna start doing that. I've been sneezing all week because I got 65-year-old dust up my nose.
Yeah, there's probably some toxic stuff in there.
Yeah.
But did you die?
Not yet. Not yet, but we were only about a third of the way through the demo, so we'll see what happens.
I think of 4,000 topics to talk about in the show during the day and completely forget every single one of them before we start recording.
Gary, what have you been up to in the 6 months since I've seen you last?
Working. Emptying out a warehouse.
Oh, yeah?
And other things that are none of your business.
I just watched the Halloween episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine
Not
today.
doing too much driving.
Beep! I watched the Halloween episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and you know Gina Linetti's like on her maternity leave.
Yeah.
So she's not like in the show, and they're doing the Halloween episode, and she's like, she calls in like on Skype, and they're like, oh, how's the baby? She's like, none of your business. I was like, that sounds like her. She's actually married to a comedian. Can't remember. Oh, Moshe Kasher. Is it? No, that's a different comedian.
You're telling
Oh,
me
she's married to Jordan Peele, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Like Key and Peele.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's her husband.
I think Moshe's married to,
Tasha Leggero.
yeah.
Moshe's funny.
That's her.
So is Natasha. So
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I jest.
What are you drinking there, Gary? You like Oktoberfest today?
Yeah. I felt like the right night for it.
Did you bring it, or are you just drinking whatever's in the fridge?
Dave brought it.
I wasn't here when you got here.
Yeah, we stopped and grabbed some on the way in.
I'm drinking a good old Boulay.
I was saying an episode or two ago that this year's Oktoberfest is a very good batch.
Yeah, I like it every year.
It's a good year.
I like it.
It does change, though. You got to admit, it's different.
Yeah, but I've
It
never
is.
had a bad one.
I have.
I was just telling, before we start recording, I was just telling Jeff how they say Bud Light in Mexico, and they say, yo quiero un Corona. No Corona?
Bulay.
Okay, Bulay.
Boulay.
Okay, well, like,
So I'm drinking a Boulay.
I thought you were going to say aqua.
Nah. You don't drink the aqua down there.
So it was my turn to bring the beer today. Well, it wasn't really my turn, but it was in my fridge for like 3 weeks because I was going to bring it like 3 weeks ago, and we've just had a bunch of different beers. So I found this. The label isn't necessarily what got me to choose it for once, but it's bright yellow, so it definitely made it stand out on the shelf. What I did choose it for was that it's a coconut almond porter, and that sounded interesting to me.
That sounds really interesting.
Yeah, so it's a Baxter Brewing Company. It's called Window Seat Coconut Almond Porter.
it's an interesting label.
Craft brewed in Maine. So
I guess it's supposed to be like coconut's tropical, so it's a tropical picture. Like the plane.
All right. Yeah,
Yeah,
I see where that's going. All right.
but
Pass them brown.
I like porters and I like coconut, so I thought I'd give it a shot.
Yeah, this is interesting.
I've never had a Baxter beer before.
I've never even heard of it.
I've heard of it for a while. For some reason, it's never crossed my path.
Your palate
My pal.
never come across your mouth. Ooh, it tastes like dark beer and suntan lotion.
I don't know if that's a good review or not.
It's pretty interesting.
Where are these guys out of?
Maine,
Maine. A lot of coconuts in Maine.
very tropical, very very tropical in Maine.
All right, so let's see. It's a 6% porter. What do they say here about it? It's very small print. Robust porter loaded with real coconut and almond.
It's fucking loaded with coconut for sure.
Real toasted coconuts and almonds give this porter a robust but drinkable toasty flavor, unlike any other, with very little hop flavor to distract from the tropical ingredients. They say to pair it with curry, Indian curry, Mexican mole dishes,
I can see that.
and barbecue.
Sounds weird to me.
That sounds really weird to me.
What?
Pairing it
just
with
pairing
curry?
it with curry. Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of coconut in curry.
Yeah.
Just
coconut soup.
It comes with spiciness.
Dave looks disgusted.
No, I'm not. I'm intrigued because I don't know what I'm tasting yet.
Yeah.
It's actually done well, I think.
Well, I mean, I'm not a big porter or stout fan, so
I think it's the almond that turns me off.
I like it. It tastes like an almond joy.
God, it tastes like almond milk.
It's
agree
not
with that at
super
all.
sweet. It's roasty. It's medium bodied, I would say. It's not too heavy, but it's not very thin, which I like. I like the body on it.
Paulo's more of a Mounds kind of guy.
Yeah, I am a Mounds guy. And it does sort of have
come
like
on, he likes the nuts.
sort of has like a little tinge of like almond milk to it. That's just turning me off.
It's probably the almonds.
Yeah, it's gross.
What do you think, Garrett?
I like drinking beer, so I don't care.
Is there any?
just to be honest with you.
He's not a.
I'm
one
surprised.
for
I actually
original.
like it, which I
It's
wasn't
just me.
expecting.
Anytime you liquefy something crunchy, it's just not.
Well, here you can take mine. I'm gonna go back to my Oktoberfest.
All right, so clearly not one of the most popular beers we've had on the podcast.
I think
it's not. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's an interesting flavor. I'm not sure that I want a whole one.
That's the thing. Like I can sip it. I can taste it. It's okay.
You can just pass them all down here.
But
Gary's bad
Yeah,
cleanup.
that one.
but when I've got an Oktoberfest sitting in front of me,
Poured mine out.
it's an easy choice.
Really? Wow.
I take it back. I'm gonna drink mine.
So we got a split decision here.
I say like 6.5 out of 10.
That's good. That's good.
All right, that's fair. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a.
I think it's worth drinking, but I don't think you need it. If it's on tap, get one. But I don't think you need to buy a 6.
It's definitely not a bad beer at
It's not
all.
bad.
It's good. It's good.
No, like I said, I wouldn't say it's a bad.
I've had
beer.
worse coconut beers
It's
for
just-
sure.
It's a little different. I've never had a coconut beer before in my life, so
Me either.
You know, I
and
feel-
maybe that's
so
part of the
it's-
problem.
yeah.
I think
it's
my problem
interesting.
with
It's
it-
interesting to me.
I think my problem with it is like coconut's like a summery flavor and porter's like a wintry flavor. So I just don't really know when to drink it.
Your mouth just doesn't know.
You don't know how you feel when you drink it.
Yeah, I don't know if I should be like in shorts.
Should I be
or
on a
like
beach?
a coat.
And hey, maybe just throw a pro tip out
If
there.
you stand like
Jay, is
Pro tip.
is brewing with coconut any more complicated than brewing with anything else?
Well, so
Because of the
coconut
oil?
has oil in it, right? 'Cause coconut oil. So things with oil tend to mess up a beer because oil and water don't mix. So you have like it could really kill the head of a beer. So it's usually toasted to dry it out, which they say they did. And then I'm assuming they probably aged it with some coconut. Maybe they threw it in the boil too, though. I'm not sure. It's different approaches, but usually you toast it to dry the oils out. Otherwise, it fucks with your beer.
Gotcha.
And that was just the pro tip.
Just a pro tip.
We should make like a little intro for that. Anyway,
Yeah, we should do it. Just a pro tip. We should do like with like music and stuff too, though.
yeah, definitely.
Paul, your phone's yelling at me. He said, "Hey."
Sorry.
Yeah. So to get back on track, this is episode 10. So we kind of wanted to make it a big deal. We're not huge, but we are getting some downloads. We are getting some listeners and some followers. So we want to thank everyone for that.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It
Yeah.
makes us
So
feel
how
like we're
many
kind of
months?
semi-important.
It's only 3 months.
4 months.
3 months.
And we
We're
have
on
over
a-
500 downloads?
over 500, over 550 downloads.
Shit.
We're on
pretty-
episode 10
pretty
right now.
impressive, guys.
And considering
thanks.
the only advertising
Thanks for
we've done
blowing
was
I thought you were like losers the whole time.
We still are.
I think the only advertising we've
Now we're
done
just losers to a wider audience.
has been Jay drunk paying $30 for Instagram.
I did. I was like, I don't know how to change
the
this. Let me
for one
press this
photo.
button. No, I just spent $20 more.
I was thinking of that today. We should probably do more of that.
But yeah, anyway, so
Yeah,
we're in
Just
episode.
thrust ourselves on people's feeds.
Yeah, the 200 Instagram likes is a real confidence booster.
Yeah.
No,
does
it
though.
is. It is. So yeah, episode 10, and we do have a couple special announcements. Like we said, Gary is in studio. You remember
Yeah,
him from
Gary.
episode
I am
One.
here.
There it is.
3, 4. I don't know.
feel like- I feel like-
we mention him every episode.
I feel like you may have to like revisit some of those stories too, because
Yeah,
there,
we'll go
there were
back.
some inaccuracies.
I don't
in the
believe that.
storytelling.
Well,
It's true,
if you
but-
have any inaccuracies, you bring them up in just a minute. But in
Well,
honor,
I can't.
But
Remember.
right now, shut the hell up.
in honor of episode 10, we do have a pretty big announcement. We did get our first sponsorship partnership.
Yeah,
Lay it
that's
out.
exciting.
We're actually partnering up with Flying Cornhole. who makes custom cornhole sets out of Fairfield, Connecticut.
I love cornhole.
Well, that's different.
Wait,
You like it in the can.
wait. What do you mean it's different?
You like it in the can.
Now, before we go any farther, I just want to separate this completely from the idea I had of a dildo a month club, which was also arrow. I called it arrow cornhole. So it's completely different. that was
What the fuck?
We got to get that Spiegel guy. Or whatever
that was anal accessories. You get a box of anal accessories every month. That's totally not this. This is a cornhole set, like the game.
Yes.
The bean bags.
This is the game with the bean bags.
Yeah, I mean, when you
more
told me
interested in what
cornhole
he's
and
talking
beanbags,
about.
I was super interested. But now you guys are saying it's a game. Like I thought it was like my beanbags and a cornhole.
I understand because calling the company Flying Beanbag it doesn't have the same ring that Flying Cornhole.
Flying beanbag is what I call
But the cornhole is.
Friday night at Casa de Munster 49.
I just want to make sure that people know the cornhole itself is stationary.
Hey, you know what's really funny? You know what's hilarious?
That statement.
Dave, we never let Dave finish anything, and right now he's trying to do something really important, and we're still not letting him finish.
We're not. Keep on going, Dave.
I give up.
Take it, Dave.
I shouldn't be critiquing our first sponsor's name.
Yeah, no, this is really important. I actually, all jokes aside, I actually love playing cornhole, and I'm super excited about this.
Yeah, so am I. And he seems like a super nice guy, the owner of Flying Cornhole.
Jay Grant over at Flying Cornhole. Awesome dude. Makes some really cool products. Check out the website, flyingcornhole.com.
Yeah,
we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff with him.
And his cornhole.
That's up to you and him.
Boards. Cornhole boards.
That's a whole
Let me
separate
finish. I was swallowing.
I call those beanbags.
Exactly. Yeah, but no, we got a bunch of cool things coming up with him, including probably some giveaways and some discounts, and so
Yeah,
it's gonna be
definitely
cool.
check him out. He has the boards he makes are awesome.
Yeah, he's got some really
quality.
sweet like Star Wars ones
And
that
we
are custom
were-
made and stuff.
yeah,
They're
And they're
really sweet.
huge.
Don't
We
tell.
were trying to have him on. We were trying to have him on tonight, but due to work constraints, we couldn't. But we wanted to get it out there and say a big thanks to him and for jumping on and supporting our show.
Yeah, thank you.
And
Early adopter.
we will have him on in a future episode.
And
soon.
I would like to say thank you to our producer, Dave Brown, for producing things like this.
Yes,
Yeah, because
absolutely.
we owe to you for
We don't let him finish
making
the
those
story,
connections.
but we appreciate his work.
Yeah.
Yes.
As long as he doesn't edit the end of a fucking podcast off. Penises.
I don't think that was Dave's fault.
I don't see anybody
it,
else. touching
it wasn't, but I'm taking blame for it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, should we go to the board or should we have Gary
Put Gary right on the
refute
spot.
the things that he
I mean,
wants to
Well,
refute?
I can't refute them right now anyway because I need to I don't remember all the stories you told
Well,
from
okay.
the first episode that I heard.
All right, I told the story about a woman getting an octopus in her vagina
anything inaccurate
in
on
Las
that one?
Vegas.
Yeah, what's your perspective on that other than you were trying to take a video for your daughter?
That's not what happened at all.
Well, that's what I
I
remember.
wasn't trying to take a video for my daughter.
Well, because you
Jesus
heard the
Christ.
song and you ran over because you heard the song.
Yeah, and you're
Under
like,
the Sea.
My daughter loves that song, and then you're
You're
like,
the
I'm
Under
not
the
sure.
Sea.
I was like, I had said my daughter loves that movie.
What happened was-
yeah, and I ran over, and I was like to see what was going on over there, and I came back and I was like, my daughter's never seen that movie.
Yeah, that's essentially what I said. I told the
I don't
story
remember what you said.
about you
said.
grenading the head of your cock on the bar at Porky's. At Beepies.
You grenaded the head of my
Hey, literally,
yeah.
I think it looked kind of like the picture Paulo drew.
That was me
My
putting
dick-
it on
Yeah,
in my Jenkos.
I am that big. I am that
Refer to our
big.
Instagram
I am
for
that big.
for a picture of that.
What other stories we tell? We told the story about Tiki fucking you.
Okay,
That happened.
I don't remember any inaccuracies.
Tiki
in that
Crumb.
in that story.
All right, so what are all these inaccuracies you have to
exactly.
refute?
Exactly. You're full of shit.
I didn't say all.
Were you the tick in
I did not
Dave's
say
cock?
all. That's
That was a different story.
Have you even actually listened to the podcast?
I listened to
No.
the very first one.
What a good friend.
You suck.
Yeah, I did.
There's 550 people that are better friends than you in regards to this podcast.
I'm not going to argue that point. I will not argue that point.
I hate you. Can we? Let's stay married though.
We're going to. We have to.
I know. We actually,
But anyway,
Gary and I
Don't base anything.
when was our marriage pact? 30 or 35?
35.
Yeah, when we said
35.
we made
You
a
stood
marriage
me up.
pact at 30
You stood me up.
to say if we were 35 and we didn't have somebody significant
We
in
weren't
our lives,
in like a significant relationship.
then we'd get married.
We would get married at 35. And 35 came, and neither one of us were.
That's not true.
Yes. How's that not true?
Because I was going out with fucking guy's fucking cousin.
For a fucking
Going out with
minute.
guys.
3 years.
Whatever. 3 years compared to fucking 35.
Yeah, but it was a serious relationship. Don't look at me like that. I
This
didn't
episode
welch.
is just going to be Jeff and
I didn't welch.
I think we're going to
Gary
like fight
bickering.
the whole
It's gonna
time.
be marriage counseling.
Yeah, you guys weigh in.
We're gonna sword fight.
I think we need to post on the
This
Instagram
marriage,
the picture of you
marriage looks
guys
like it's off
at
to a
the
great
prom.
start.
Yeah, we should post
I already-
a picture
I
of
already-
us on the prom.
It
on
came
the
up
Instagram.
in my memories.
I know, I
the
saw
other day
that.
on Facebook, and I put it up.
Gary and I went to the prom together.
You know what?
We did.
I'm going to interject real quick.
Cute.
I'm still sipping on this Baxter
Tea?
coconut almond porter. I like it.
So I'm still drinking.
I'm going to say it. I like it.
Okay, good.
If anybody's wondering why I've been strangely silent, it's because I'm enjoying Captain's Pizza. As I was saying before, Captain's Pizza is Greek style pizza.
Yo,
Which is not pizza.
you're more complimentary to Captain's Pizza than to Flying Cornhole at this point. Let's fucking dial it back a bit.
Well, I was just explaining before we started recording. I was explaining that Greek pizza is a very strange phenomenon because Greek people actually tried to replicate Italian pizza and fucked up so badly that they created an entire new category of pizza, which isn't too bad. It's actually pretty delicious.
It's not.
It's a little
It's not my
thicker,
favorite.
airy crust, kind of. It's greasy as all hell,
The
usually.
cheese is thick. It's separated from the fucking crust. No,
It's
not
floating.
pizza.
It's
It's
floating
not
an inch and a
pizza.
half.
I don't know
above
how
the
they do
pizza.
that.
They don't-
I don't hate it, I'll be honest, but
They don't dice their toppings; they slice them. If that makes sense. So
It's not about the toppings. It's about the dough and the cheese.
So if you ask for peppers, they usually get a green pepper and cut it into like 4 pieces and just
like it's just
put it on top.
just quarters of a green pepper.
Yeah, they usually quarter onion and just throw it on there. You know.
No, I actually
But,
got into a heated debate over this kind of pizza with a bunch of people. There's a place in Black Rock.
Whack whack.
Blah, blah. I'm gonna start that over so I can edit it.
Whack whack. I'm gonna keep
Whack-
making fun of you
whack
the
whack.
rest of this episode, by the way.
I live in Black Walk now.
Someone mute my mic. Oh wait, that's me.
Now you were saying you got an argument.
Are you sure you don't want to drink that?
No, so there's a spot in Black Rock.
Was the argument in Black Walk too?
It's not bad.
fucking hate you.
It's the second time someone said in the past 3 minutes. Someone else.
Oh, sorry.
No, but the pizza sucks. That's all.
No, okay. Check it out.
I still got 2 over here.
No, the Captain's Pizza is pretty good. No, the Captain's Pizza is good.
Are we just cutting him off still?
I just looked over at Dave's face and it was just like full on like, why do I even bother? Like just complete dejected.
You just keep
Anytime he
talking.
opens his mouth, we just keep talking over him. And it's like
Hey,
I tried
hey.
like for a while I tried to like honestly like dial it back and make sure nobody's talking over Dave, but it's like part of the fabric of the show at this point.
No, it is.
Go ahead, Dave.
You want a piece of chicken?
Was that what was your topping on your pizza?
That's it. Yeah.
It is actually just chicken on pizza.
So low.
Do you want to finish it?
No, not at all.
All right, what's on the board?
All right,
So-
I guess we'll jump into the Weinstein update kind of topic just because it was so fresh last week.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
Before you get into that story, did anybody hear the? Was it James Corbin? He did some kind of award show.
yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
He did some Weinstein jokes and actually got like a negative backlash.
Oh,
Like people
yeah.
said
Really?
by making fun of him, he was normalizing.
Do you
it.
mean James Corden?
Corden? I don't know.
Like the
He's-
guy who was a talk show? The
yeah,
English-
he's British.
the
He doesn't
fat
know.
English
British gay
guy?
guy who
Corbin,
rides
yeah.
and sings in cars with people.
Yeah. Well, he's fat and
Yeah.
British, so that's 2 strikes.
He made some. Hey, I'm fat and British.
Yeah. Well, no, but
You're
that's 2 strikes.
Canadian.
I
Stop
have a
it.
British passport.
Yeah,
Suck
but
a
you're
dick.
Canadian.
I gotta strike myself, man. It's just how life works.
Well, both are Portuguese, so you're like -4.
I don't think you know how baseball works, my friend.
Portuguese people don't play baseball, do they? Huh? Portuguese people don't play baseball.
I
do they?
clearly understand how the game
Don't they
works.
make up like a quarter of the league?
No, that's
Portuguese
that's
people.
Puerto Rican, isn't it?
Same thing.
No, it's not.
Totally not. I think you mean Dominican people.
Yeah, I was
Dominican,
gonna
yeah.
say Dominican.
Isn't that the same thing?
No.
Kind of though. They're like close to each other in the Caribbean.
No, well, our president doesn't realize that they're a part of our country. So
Well, Dominicana is not, but Puerto Rico is.
So anyways, they're great jokes, and I don't think anybody should be,
Well, do you know any of the jokes?
one of them was Harvey Weinstein really wanted to come, but he'll settle for the nearest plant.
it's right up our alley.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, well, you tread thin water, even making jokes like we did on the last episode because it's so fresh and new. I'm sure that some people might be offended by the things we said, even though we said repeatedly how much of a scumbag he is.
Yeah. Oh, I think one of them was it's disturbing watching Harvey Weinstein in hot water. No, I'm serious. Just ask anybody who's watched him shower. It's disturbing watching Harvey Weinstein in hot water.
I like
See,
Jordan.
that's a true comedian. He's not shying away from the controversial topic. 'Cause
I like him. I've always liked him.
if you're
Gavin
doing
and
comedy,
Stacey's fucking
you
hilarious.
got to be able to find humor in everything, even things that are touchy.
I forget what the first joke was,
agree with
but I respect it because he put out the first joke before those two, and he got booed almost
He
unanimously.
threw it right back at him, though.
Yeah, and he's like, "Really?"
Yeah, but they were just booing him because like he said his name at all. Like it's it's fucking.
I mean, I don't
dumb.
get that whole idea. Like, I saw something else. Someone posted some article about there's some restaurant owner in Westport who I read it. I read the article. All he said was like, I'm just not going to talk about it. He's my friend. I'm not going to talk about him. I'm not going to leave him, like, and just dump him. He's like a friend. He's someone I care about. And I get that to a degree. Just because your friends fuck up royally doesn't mean you just write them off. Now, that can apply in certain circumstances.
That is a bit of a fuck up.
You just stared at Gary, didn't you? Fuck you. No, is that what it is?
Like Jeff did.
felt like I was really
Dave did
quiet.
not.
The whole time.
Yeah, because you weren't talking into the
I
microphone.
was. My mouth was on it.
Oh yeah.
You're like this.
Oh yeah, you started it.
Anyway,
Wait, what?
Keep going.
he's a local restaurant owner in Westport, which is where Harvey Weinstein lives, and he said to some kind of reporter or for some magazine that he's not just going to dump his friend and leave. Like, he knows his friend, whatever. So he wasn't like saying, I'm standing up and backing him up.
No,
But that's the way they wrote about it on this website, and people were all like fired up, like, let's boycott the Grey Goose and beep boop in Westport.
The wank wank.
But it's like, I get it. Like, I have friends that do stupid I'm trying to backpedal because I'm not trying to sound like an insensitive prick. But
No, but I get what you're
Fucking
saying.
lean in.
yeah.
This is my friend fucked up.
He
But
was
I'm not gonna abandon
terribly
him.
wrong. Terribly wrong.
Right.
Like and the guy actually said he needs help. That's what he said.
Right. If you just abandon somebody that like is like that, then what's their incentive to fucking stop doing what they're doing? They're just gonna fucking lean in.
Well, as long as he knows that he fucked up himself,
Yeah, but if he's got no friends or anybody, like
He's just gonna be jerking off
That's what I'm
alone
saying.
for the
Well,
rest
he's
of
just
the
gonna
day.
turn into like a bigger asshole. But like
That's what I'm
if
saying.
your
Like,
friends bring you out of
if
it,
he fucked up and he knows he fucked up,
yeah, then you gotta
then
like
you
fucking
have
help
to-
him.
Yeah, you help him.
Well, yeah, and
Or you
when-
weren't friends.
and people, social justice warriors hearing us say that are gonna be like, he deserves worse than that because it's just who he is. He's a pig, whatever. And I get that.
Well, he deserves to go to jail if the actual rape allegations
Oh,
are
fuck
true.
yeah.
So
And he should get raped up the
It
ass.
also doesn't help that he's flipping off cameramen on his, getting onto his private plane to go out to
Like currently?
rehab.
Currently?
Yeah, you didn't
really?
see that? Yeah.
Oh, he's a piece of shit. Don't get me wrong. Like, I've met the guy.
You get a double bird, man.
Yeah.
he made some
They put
fucking
them,
great
he put them both
movies,
up.
He's got a long road ahead of him, and I hope it's hard.
He put them both up and kind of like
so. Penises.
Yeah. It is.
So what's
That was
the
awesome.
Kevin Smith stuff?
Oh, that's the whole reason why I brought this up, isn't it?
yeah, it is. I'm sorry, I changed the subject.
No, it's good. I mean, we're talking about it.
Yeah, no,
can
Kevin
talk about
it.
Smith came forward and he said he wanted to do something. He didn't know what he could do because obviously his entire start of his career was with Weinstein and Miramax. And he kind of feels bad about that, which honestly, I think that's kind of dumb. Like, don't feel bad about your career starting with a shitty person. You didn't
Well,
know
it's not his
you didn't know he was a shitty person.
It's not that it just
Like,
started, is that he was tied close to him and his company for so long.
So is
So
fucking
many
Quentin
other-
Tarantino. That
Yeah,
doesn't
so
make
many fucking
that
people.
doesn't make him guilty of
it's a
anything.
shitty feeling. 'cause
Oh, this
it's
is. Go ahead, Paul.
it's like having that first porn magazine that you loved your whole childhood, and then
Well, why
eventually
don't-
finding out that those wrinkles in the pages were not water.
I remember those girls. I still remember those girls.
So Kevin Smith said to, who did he say to? Hollywood Babylon. Oh, look what they did. He said, my entire career is tied up with the man. Everything I did in the beginning has his name on it, and I spent many years lionizing him, telling stories. Whenever I tell the Clerk story, there's, and then we got bought by Miramax. And he goes on to say that, he's not trying to say like he's a victim in this and that people need to feel sorry for him, but he just feels terrible about it. That all he wanted to do was make movies. And
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why do you
He's
feel
like, fuck
terrible
it,
that
like-
you got to make movies?
but just like
I
that
mean,
it's
yes,
connected
he was
to
a
him
shitty-
and,
he was
and
a
that people
shitty-
were being abused or taken
Right,
advantage
he's a
of.
shitty human being and
raped,
as a
possibly.
producer, like, whatever. But I mean, he was basically just a money man. He had nothing to do with making the movies.
No, Kevin Smith is just saying, I feel awful about this. None of it's his fucking fault. And not
No,
his
right.
So
responsibility.
he's
But Kevin Smith is just a fucking nice dude. So he's like,
I will agree with that.
I'm doing this now.
He's giving Harvey Weinstein movie residuals to women's charity.
That's an old picture.
which is a
That's a
very
real
noble thing.
Is it a new
I
one?
mean, it's
'Cause-
awesome. I mean, he's
No,
got.
but what I
do
was
this
what I
every
was kind of
year?
getting to, what I was kind of getting to is like, he was. I don't want to say it was pressure, but like people were tweeting him and like saying like, oh, why don't you give all your money from the Weinstein movies? And it's like, motherfucker, that was 20 years ago. Do
Yeah.
you have money from 20 years ago?
That's what he
No.
said. He said, I don't have money from 20 years ago. Do you?
But so he did come up with this cool thing because he's still getting money from from the residuals from the movies and all that kind
Why
of
the
stuff.
fuck should he give away money from? He made the movies. He wrote and directed the movie.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, listen, dude feels bad about it and he's doing something that he feels is right with it, which
and
I mean,
more,
that's your thing.
and more power to
But-
him. I'm not saying
Yeah,
that
he's just like, he's just
that's
a
right or
dude.
wrong, but like it's fucking ridiculous to blame Kevin Smith or fucking
Oh, no,
anybody
no,
else
no.
that made any movies.
Well, anyone that's blaming Kevin Smith for anything.
Nobody is. He's just fucking
Nobody is.
inserting
He's just-
himself into the.
Well, yeah, he's responding to people saying, "Oh, well, you were so tied up with this dude," and blah blah blah.
Those people
I'll
are
read
assholes.
exactly what he
Right.
said right
Well, that's
here.
what I'm saying. Like, those people are assholes.
He said, I know it's
Yeah.
not my fault, but I didn't fucking help because I sat out there and talking about this man like he was a hero, like he was my friend, like he was my father and shit like that. And he changed my fucking life.
He did.
And I showed other people, you can dream, you can make stuff. This man will put it out. I was singing praises of somebody that I didn't fucking know. He
But
didn't
you know what?
but
Like-
that was Kevin Smith's
but-
experience.
Yeah, you know
of
what? Like
him.
the fact
Right.
that he was doing that
And he's
shit
not wrong.
doesn't make him not that person too. That's what everybody
Right.
like
Right.
just wants to disregard.
Yeah.
And like he was that person to Kevin Smith, and Kevin Smith is entitled to feel that way about him. He can change that opinion now based on new information, but that doesn't mean that that wasn't the case when he said that.
right.
Hold on.
That's how I feel about Cliff Huxtable.
So Miramax did. So Miramax did Clerks.
Miramax did all the new
Clerks,
Jersey movies.
Chasing Amy, Mallrats,
So
Dogma,
Jersey Girl?
so
No, I don't
Did
think
they?
I don't think
So
that,
is
that
it-
wasn't part of the.
is there a possibility that Harvey Weinstein was one of the 36 dicks that Dante's girlfriend saw?
That's possible.
it's likely.
Can we laugh at that?
It's probable.
Right?
I wonder how many plants on that set he jerked off into.
I think that's a joke.
I want to say something that I read today, and I didn't want to really. All right, I'm not going to say who it is because the article that I read had no.
Will you share it with me?
Yeah, later I will. Not on air. I'm not going to say it like on the podcast, but there's another one of these swirling right now, and from as far as I've read, it's like a lot of people just saying things, and I haven't heard of anybody actually having proof. But I'll tell you right now, this one is going to be devastating for everybody in this room, and it's going to fucking suck if it's true. And I'm really hoping that it's
Someone that did something like this?
yeah. The next Weinstein is somebody that's going to really fucking make all of us sad. So
Well,
I'll tell you later who it is. But I
if it's in the
Did you,
public,
did you
like,
read an article about it?
yes,
Oh, just say it then.
no, I like
it's
honestly,
on the
Well,
web.
if you read an article that
I love him so much that unless like this really comes out and somebody is saying it, I'm not going to fucking name him because I honestly I respect the guy and I really love him.
Oh,
Is
let's
it
play
Trump?
the game. Let's play the game. What
Yeah, I
field
was
is he
thinking
in?
it's funny.
Gary needs another shot.
Does he say does it I must
Oh, you know what I just
I almost
noticed
repeated
too?
him.
You know what I just noticed too? You didn't put the forehead tattoo guy story up.
What forehead
Oh
tattoo
yeah,
guy?
that was a post.
Yeah, the guy with the forehead tattoo. We
Well,
got
let's
to play
talk-
that
well,
game.
tell me
today.
now.
We got to play that.
But wait,
game
let
today.
me finish what I'm saying. The fact of the matter is that like all of this entire all of the article that I read was a bunch of stupid people saying stupid shit, and nobody's actually got any proof.
Like,
So
I'm not walking over there to write.
shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
So
Oh, you don't like being interrupted? I've consumed.
everybody needs
They are nothing if we're not
to fucking chill
drinking
out
Dick
on
Joe.
like trying to completely demonize people if they don't have any fucking proof for it whatsoever is all I'm trying to say. Just because this is coming out now and there's like Cosby and Weinstein, stop fucking like it's not time to like uproot every fucking person in
that's
Hollywood.
Well,
Well,
that's
that's the
one
thing.
thing. That's one thing I brought up actually when we were talking on Sunday.
I don't remember
Just be-
anything from that night.
Just because a bunch of people say something,
Doesn't make it true.
right?
But you'll suffer those repercussions for the rest of your life.
No matter
career.
if it's true or not.
Right.
Hold on. What did Bill Cosby do?
And that is one of the problems with society is that someone can say something I'm not saying male, female, whatever. Someone could just make an accusation against someone famous, and all of a sudden that is demonized. They're demonized, and that's the fucking Bible without any proof.
Yeah, because people are going to look at you as
Because-
like a freaking pedophile. If some
Well, because
says it.
someone reads it on Facebook and then they share it with their friend, and they share it with their friend, and all of a sudden it's true.
It's fake news.
Right.
You are fake news.
Yes.
Type the name, I won't say it, I promise.
That can happen to anybody, though.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's the problem. Like, no one looks into anything. No one has to prove anything
No,
anymore.
that's just you now.
Right. So that's why I'm saying
It's like,
I'm not
oh,
going to name
fuck.
this fucking guy, but there's something coming
Can we guess what field he's in?
on the horizon that's not going to be
Can we
good.
guess what feeling?
Musician.
Is his name Gary Crumb?
Yes.
He's a musician.
No.
He's in movies.
Not really.
Yes, he is.
Which?
Extras. If I say well, if I say the movie, you'll know.
Yeah.
All right. Let's
So
check
But
out
I can't say the
Dexter's
movie because I've never seen it and I don't remember the name.
So Extras wasn't the movie?
That's a movie?
guess. It's what?
Extras is a movie?
Pretty positive, yeah.
It's a show.
No, it was a show.
Show.
Oh, it was a show. Never
With
mind.
Ricky Gervais, wasn't it? That was a Ricky Gervais show.
Oh, I think so.
Oh, it was Ricky Gervais?
Ricky Gervais?
That would hurt me.
This guy will hurt you too. So I'm just hoping that it's
I
not
saw the
true.
name.
How about you just stop hurting us?
I'll tell you later. I just don't want to say it because
Yeah,
I
no, no,
I
I get it.
don't have any fucking proof. So I think people should stop fucking saying it unless they're willing to come out with proof.
You're the only one saying it.
Well, we should
No,
stop
I
talking
read
about
an
it.
article today is what I'm saying. On Vice. You can look it up if you want to.
Now everyone.
Let's do that.
Everybody search Vice. And by the time you hear this this Monday,
You'll already know.
you'll know who it is if it's
Well, hopefully you
come out
won't
true.
know who it is because it won't
Hopefully
come out.
not.
I'm just trying to pull up the
Everything
story.
lives forever on the internet.
All right, so
it's
get
out.
this. Man with "I'm a porn star" forehead tattoo was arrested for allegedly groping somebody in well, guess.
That's the guy who I was talking
Okay,
about.
Walmart.
Is
No.
it? Wait, it's New Jersey.
No, actually this is Baltimore, but it's close to New Jersey,
Be more.
sort of. So, what I found neat about the story was that his forehead doesn't just say "I'm a porn star." It actually says "I'm a porn star and I blank teen blank."
Well, that is neat.
So I thought we'd play a fun game and try to guess what his
Mad
forehead
Libs.
says.
Mad Libs.
Mad Libs. You could say anything.
Exactly what it is.
All right, so what does it say?
So it says "I'm
I
a
blank
porn
teen.
star."
Can you write it on the board? Like
Yes,
Mad Lib
of
style,
course.
just so we can visualize it will help us with our creativity.
Yep. So it says.
You might have to erase the peni.
Yeah, let me do that. So.
So the first blank is going to be a verb, and the second blank will be a noun, right?
Yeah. So imagine a guy looks sort of like Charles Manson.
You have to erase that now because you just took up the whole board where the Mad Lib's supposed to go.
Says, "I'm porn star," and then it's blurred. Ampersand.
Jesus.
and then Blurred. Teen.
Oh, it was blurred. I thought you literally meant blank, like a blank line.
No, the police. The police department blurred it out because they said it was too vulgar.
Okay, so the
Actually,
first one's a verb. Write
me-
verb under the first one and noun under the second.
No. We don't know what they are.
Yeah, but they're going to be verbs and nouns. That's how the sentences work.
Okay, if you want to do that. I was gonna
Okay, if you want to do that.
do the crazy eyes.
That looks like salad fingers.
Yeah, it fucking does.
That is salad
Holy
fingers.
shit.
That's totally salad
I'm
fingers.
creeped the fuck out.
Salad fingers for sure, dude.
All right.
So,
People that are
I like it when the red watch comes.
people that are on Instagram. I'm live right now. For us, they could play this game right now
Yeah.
if they want.
Salad
So
fingers.
hold on. Let me read the rest of the story.
crux of this story once again?
So essentially, he groped somebody in a line for a movie, I believe, and the woman was able to identify him by his unique forehead tattoo that said, "I'm a porn star, and I blank teen blank." Personally, I thought it said, "And I read Teen Vogue,"
That's good.
but you guys can guess.
I think it's pickle teen wieners.
So
Throwback
this
to last
is
week.
Heavy
good.
Drinking Podcast. Mad Libs. This guy got arrested for groping someone in line at the movies, and his forehead literally had this tattooed on it. And so we're doing Mad Libs.
Yeah.
For those of you listening in the future, that's Jay doing an Instagram live.
Oh yes, that's true too.
Well, this
Dave,
will
what's your
all get
guess?
edited out.
Probably.
Type in your responses to us, and we will read them.
And I.
Somebody say something.
Fight teen mothers.
That's a good one. Fight
Teen mothers.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, that's what I would do. Anyway.
No, it's eat teen pussy.
Oh, that is
that is awful.
That's a little on the
David.
nose.
Yeah.
Yes, I told you.
I think it's
Quiet.
wiener teen dogs.
To be honest with you, I think,
There's something missing from that.
Is there an
sentence.
answer in there, or is that his literal tattoo?
yeah, spoiler alert, it actually says I fuck teen sluts.
Oh, really? I was thinking
close.
pussy. I thought it
was
would have said
close.
I'm a porn star and I fuck teen pussy.
Yeah, soon after on Twitter, somebody.
That's kind of boring.
Somebody
I'd
owned
rather
up to
fight
knowing
a
the
teen
man.
mother, honestly.
and clarify.
Bet you wish your nose was a dick so you could
Clarify
fuck
what it's
butts.
Once again, this is a explicit podcast.
Hey, man, Facebook Live, they have fucking suicides on that shit. I don't think we're doing anything wrong.
I'm just saying, if you're Instagramming with children around, you might not want to have this.
If you
Children around.
if you're watching a heavy drinking podcast live Instagram, that means you follow us. That means you don't have children around, or you're a shitty parent.
Yeah.
Or
Paul, you got a knife
you're
over
me.
A what?
Knife?
Right.
No, I don't.
That's what I
Have
said.
a scissor?
I don't.
So I could save all these poor little animals.
Oh,
Wait,
really?
Gary, Stacy's watching. Say something messed up about her. No, don't. Tell her you love her.
Stacey, I love you so much.
I love you
Tell
too.
her how. Tell her how you want to
Bye.
And
get.
your beautiful tits.
Shout out
I
to
love
your
your
dog.
beautiful tits.
Jesus.
Tell her how you want to
You know
get
what's funny?
scrotox
She
so your
knows I
balls
like
look like
her.
her face.
Can't
Hey.
do that again.
Fucking
Hey.
settle down.
Hey, if you saw somebody on the side of the road,
Were you just doing
They got-
XXX
they got
Tentacion?
stuck
Hey.
in one of those and died.
Hey,
What would
Hey.
you do?
I should not have taken
Like
you.
somebody legitimately got them, a human being legitimately got himself stuck in a can holder and died.
Oh,
That's Darwinism.
Would you
That's a very
point?
good
Would you
question.
point and laugh?
what was the
That's
question?
that's what other seagulls do.
I'm not worried about seagulls.
Just so you know,
I'm not worried about seagulls.
they're like, look at this fucking idiot.
Darwinism.
No, I'm worried about.
I just pull them apart
Like
all the
seals
time. I
and
don't
stuff.
use scissors.
That's what other seals do.
Yeah, well, I don't care. I don't want to.
You know what I mean?
Irregardless, I don't want to be fucking.
Irregardless is not a word. It's regardless.
Let's put irregardless as a sound drop.
It's definitely not a word.
Can you please turn that off?
Can I?
Yeah.
I could. We got 75 people watching though, or two, depending on which side of the camera you're on.
Two.
One or the other.
There's more people in this room than are watching
Can I have it too juicy?
Maybe.
All right, we're ending the broadcast.
forever.
Thank you, sir.
So fuck Kevin. Well, not fuck Kevin Smith. Fuck Harvey Weinstein. Kevin Smith is cool.
Kevin Smith's cool as shit.
Did anybody see Tusk?
I did not. I wanted
What
to.
is that?
It was his horror movie that he made with Justin Long.
I heard it was good.
Yeah.
Who
it was
made
really
with Justin
good.
Long?
Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith.
Really? Oh.
It was really, really good, actually.
You watch Red
And I
State?
love Justin Long.
You watch Red
I like
State?
Justin Long too.
Yeah.
Red State was good too.
Yeah, Red State was good. I really like Justin Long and Zach and Mary as the gay porn star.
Yeah.
I don't think you're part of my demographic. What's your demographic? Do you like women? Yes. Not you.
Yeah, those are like the best lines ever.
What? Okay, so what's
That's
up
good.
with the robot battle USA versus Japan? I thought this was actually adult because of the porn stars,
Like sex
the
robots?
the robot sex gods from last episode.
Oh no. This just happened yesterday. They had a giant robot battle.
Define giant, like Godzilla and Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah,
Like Alien-
Humans were sitting in the
Like
robots,
the movie Alien?
piloting
Whoa,
them.
really?
Yeah,
Remember when Sigourney Weaver was in the
Yeah.
exoskeleton
Yeah.
type thing? I think that's what it was like.
Yeah,
I got the video
There's
right
a,
here.
yeah, there's a video.
It was not an exoskeleton.
So it wasn't a big battle.
Shut
They were
up.
big robots.
Who won?
Yes, USA did.
Always.
USA.
Well, only because
That's usually how those chants die.
we had 2 robots. The first one got knocked out of commission in the first round. So then we came in with a second one that had a chainsaw on its arm.
Chainsaws.
And like a
Evil
big,
Dead.
It was like a big, like 5-foot chainsaw.
Was it
and
NASA
just like
chainsaw?
fucking.
NASA.
What did
Chainsaw.
What was the Japanese robot's weapon of choice? Was it just bukkake to death?
Use 2 chopsticks to try and poke its eyes out.
Because I think it had like a big, like just a big iron.
You know what
fist.
pisses me off about this video is that they cut too quick between like people
Yeah, that's
talking
not- it's
and
not a
the
good
robots.
video.
It's like show the goddamn robots.
Yeah, it was pretty rad. Like I found another video.
Oh,
too
look at
that I
it. It's
didn't share.
chainsaw on it.
Yeah,
Oh, these are just
yeah. There's a big like.
Gojo Bot is on his way. Does anybody remember that?
No.
It's from Muppet Babies.
Really?
Yeah, the cartoon.
Really? Muppet Babies, huh?
I feel like I kind of like almost remember that.
Trans Gojo Bot is on his way
Babies.
forever
Is
to
that how the
save
song
the
goes?
day.
How does the Muppet Baby song go?
I have no
Muppet
idea.
Babies. we
I don't
did
really know what you're
something
talking
for
about, but
you.
like when you
dreams will
did
come
it,
true? Is that the
something
line?
fucking yeah, probably something fucking like struck a chord in here.
A little trivia.
I felt like happy for a second. Now I hate my
Muppet
life.
Baby
Put your dick in my
trivia.
mouth. I can keep
Who did
don't.
the Skeeter voice for Muppet Babies?
Skeeter?
Yeah.
I don't know. If none of us know, don't tell
no
us.
fucking
Let's
idea.
have people write in and tell us if they know.
If you know, well, you could Google anything. It's so easy.
That's fine.
I think it was Skeeter. There was like a boy.
Listen, I'm
and a-
just trying to get a fucking email.
you know the Muppets who were orange and they're like brother and sister?
Yeah.
Skeeter and Scooter, right?
Yeah.
Scooter. So the boy male was Scooter?
I believe.
Or was it Skeeter?
Skeet, 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 skeet.
I believe this male was Scooter.
Jim Henson is silly sense of humor.
No, I believe the male was Scooter, but that
Yeah.
would have been fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
I saw a tweet the other day that said his name wasn't Biggest Bird. So we can assume that there were bigger birds on that fucking street.
That's fucking hilarious.
I kind of want to say who it was. I can't say it.
Say it.
Howie Mandel.
Oh, he did lots of cartoon voices.
Bobby.
Oh, that makes sense.
From Bobby's World.
That makes sense.
He doesn't like to touch people.
No,
'cause
he's a
got
germaphobe.
Yeah,
He's a
germaphobe
germaphobe.
thing.
A
Must be hard to
germaphobe who
jerk off.
runs a game
I
show.
want to
How's that
slap
work?
him in his bald head.
That you know of now.
He's Canadian. I believe he's from Toronto.
Yes,
Dude,
he
we
is.
used to watch his VHS stand-up comedies when we were
That was
younger.
back in the day.
When he had like the Hawaiian shirt and the suspenders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hilarious then.
It was.
Nah, now
Hilarious. Have you watched it recently?
I haven't, but
I believe I have them. I'm in possession of them.
really, yep. I feel like if I watched them now, I'd probably like, it's fucking stupid.
Are
some
you in
funny
possession
stuff.
of a VHS player?
No.
I have one in my house.
I am.
Do you really?
You see,
I do.
that was a
I do
neat
too.
thing.
At least,
Well, I'm not surprised that you
At
do.
least brought one over like a week and a half ago.
Nice.
I keep forgetting that you know Elise. Because I only know her through him.
I didn't
6 degrees
fucking
of
know.
separation.
I didn't fucking know he knew Elise. That's why he said he knew me.
Elise's brother?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
good.
he
We're
said-
good friends.
He said he met me at Drew's house, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know who Drew is.
Oh, there you go. That makes total sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Different Drew.
I've never been
Not
to
yourself.
Drew's house.
I thought you were, man. I'm sorry.
No, I haven't been. I was like, I know Elise. I obviously do, but oh wait, should we not say her name?
No,
beep.
it's
A
fine.
little too late now.
Beep beep beep.
We'll edit that in post.
Boop. Beep boop boop boop.
No, we won't.
Boop, boop.
All right. So the U.S. This robot story was really flat.
That was
my
the-
penis.
That was the cool thing about VHS tapes, though.
was.
Like when you bought, you'd have like, all right, like the Howie Mandel tapes. That kind of made up your VHS persona as a kid, right? Because all the videos you had kind of described the kind of person you were. You know, like all the VHS tapes you had at the house.
Do you guys know who Victor Borga is?
Yeah, he's fucking amazing.
He's like a piano player, comedian,
Yeah.
kind of. The first time I ever
Dude,
fingered a
hilarious.
girl, I was watching a Victor Borga VHS in her mom's house.
There you go.
All right, there's that.
What? I mean,
I bet.
how old were you?
just-
Can I
that
ask
went-
how old you were?
So, 12?
Jesus.
12 years old. I'm
Wait, how old are you in 8th grade?
gonna talk to your mother.
You're 12, 13. Yeah.
I just feel like kids
13,
these
14.
days, they're being robbed of the opportunity of walking into a friend's house and finding like the Beaches VHS right underneath the player.
Beaches like
and just giving them shit about it.
Bette Midler Beaches.
Yeah. You know, you can't do that anymore. You can't like
Wasn't Mayim Bialik in that?
your iTunes feed isn't like out in the open when you walk in somebody's house.
Mayim Bialik from what you call it?
Blossom and
Blossom,
The Big Bang
yeah.
Theory. She was in that, wasn't she?
I have no idea.
Did she play young Bette Midler?
She is.
I
don't know
never
about
saw that movie. So I have
Like
no
I had
idea.
I haven't either.
I had a friend growing up, and his mom was
nice.
really into Ghost and Dirty Dancing. But so every time I go over to this kid's house, Ghost or Dirty Dancing would be in the VHS player. But then there'd be times where I'm like, I know your mom hasn't been home long enough to watch anything. and yet Ghost is back in the VHS player. Dude, are you watching Ghost?
No, it was definitely his mom. Because you walk in, you're like, why's your house smell so weird?
I mean, has anyone not?
Why is Dirty Dancing in the
Have any of
fucking
us
tape
not
player?
masturbated to the clay scene in Ghost?
No, I'm pretty sure his mom has.
I've never seen Ghost, so I wouldn't even know if there was a sexy scene to masturbate to in it.
You've seen it. Everyone's seen that clip.
I've seen the scene, but I haven't
Yeah.
seen the movie, and I haven't seen anything worth jerking off to in that scene.
Oh, please. You have seen.
I jerked off to the scene where like the demons are like pulling him down.
Well, see, now
Under
tell
the
me more,
streets.
because that sounds
One of
pretty
the
cool.
qualifications. One of the qualifications of being American is viewing Patrick Swayze's entire catalog of movies.
I've seen several
Absolutely.
Patrick
I
Swayze
agree with
movies.
that.
Roadhouse is the only one that I really care about.
And then you're not American yet.
Red Dawn.
Oh no,
Yeah, Red Dawn, yeah.
Oh, you
Red
watched
Dawn's
Roadhouse?
sick as
Yeah.
fuck.
Oh, well,
I'm saying I don't give a
Merc,
fuck
my
about
friend.
Ghost or fucking Dirty Dancing. Dirty Dancing was all right. That kind of made me horny when I was like 11.
This is a
you
classic.
can rack that.
Third dance, all right.
You can rack that. That's the
all right.
sound effect.
I'll watch it again.
I'm pretty into Jennifer Grey. I was into Jennifer Grey before she cut her nose off.
Yeah, that's kind of sad.
Is that a bad movie or is it a good movie?
What?
Dirty Dancing?
Oh no, it's bad.
Is it?
That's terrible. Please don't ever play it in my presence.
When I went hiking up in the Catskills a couple weeks ago, we were like right by the land where the hotel was that Dirty Dancing was like based on. But
Yo, I
it's torn
saw a
down.
video recently of a like 40 some odd year old couple who was like getting
The couple was 40, or they had been together 40.
No, they were like a new couple, and they were like going to be getting married, and like their kids from whoever's kids they were filming them. Like they wanted to reenact that scene, you know, that scene from Dirty
the
Dancing.
jump up.
The jump up, they collided, and the guy got knocked the fuck out, and the wife and the girl got injured, and they had to call an ambulance.
That's well funny.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I want to
those-
see that. Put that up. Put it on the Instagram.
Put it on the Instagram.
Usually
I don't know
people
why
try
I
to
ever
do
said
that. Either one of two things happens. Either your wife is huge and you just get pancaked,
Yep.
or your wife is tiny and she ends up getting suplexed. One or the other happens.
So why are you fingering the board over there? Oh yes.
Our favorite.
And this is where it gets racy in many different ways.
This is my favorite segment.
This is where the podcast gets good.
Gary, since you don't listen, I will clue you in that when we play this song by the great Hall & Oates, it means we're going to talk about porn.
I really wanted to take my
Or
pants off
things
right
in
now.
porn.
You go for it,
Just so
dude.
you know. Just so you know. I don't, well,
You're
it's
amongst
okay with-
friends.
It's okay with Paula.
Oh, I don't care. Go ahead, man.
You think his pants are on right now?
They're already off.
So Jeff, what's the topic today, Jeff?
Today we are going to talk about how Larry Flint,
You want to be really clear about
the
this,
great and powerful Larry Flint,
so people don't have questions. Tell them exactly what's going on.
hustler magnate
Yes,
and gunshot victim and millionaire,
I think
who
he had
is-
a stroke once.
who has he never had
That's
a fucking stroke.
extremely detailed. Okay,
Who never
Larry Flint, also known as Tiki Trump.
Oh, said it.
How did I just do that? Tiki Crumbs. I was looking at the board.
Take a
Son
shot.
of a bitch.
So Larry Flint has actually done this several times during his career. He's actually offered like $1 million rewards for like all sorts of crazy shit. And right now, because he's such a anti-fan of the president of the United States, our current president of the United States.
Who is?
Who's that?
People might not know.
Listen,
People
you
that
guys
aren't in the know.
listen. If you guys don't know by now, it's not my problem to tell you. But
The beginning was so detailed.
he's offered $1 million for information that will
10 million.
lead to?
10
is it 10 million?
10 million.
For information that will lead to the impeachment and removal from office of.
He's clearly speaking directly to Sean Spicer.
Jeff's got the bottle of Jaeger in his hand. What's going to happen?
Donald J. Trump.
He's middle name. Wednesday night. Going strong.
You know that proposition is pointed directly at Sean Spicer, right? You might as well just put a name in it. I will
It's
pay
funny. We have at work. We have somebody. I have no idea who. Made like. I don't know how to describe it. It's
We'll
almost
figure
like,
out a fucking way because it's radio.
It's almost life size, like a head, like a picture.
Do you work with Kathy Griffin?
A picture of Sean Spicer's like bust, and they like laminated it, and it's like in windows all over our building. So it's like
It's like
in
he's
certain
looking into the
like,
windows.
Sean Spice is like always watching, like his eyes are like peeking up. It's hysterical.
That's actually really creepy.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think that this might actually lead to something. $10 million, a
let's
lot of
talk
fucking
about
money.
$10
Even for
$10
crazy,
million this guy
like,
has to just throw out to anybody.
That's a lot of fucking
You can dig it up.
snatch.
Yeah.
He's taking a lot of snatch pictures to,
Dude, that's
to have 10 million throwaway
That's
dollars.
insane.
He's the fucking owner of Hustler.
Dude, like Larry Flint has never done. I mean, I guess that kind of comes with the territory. You know what you're getting into. I was going to try to compare him to Harvey Weinstein, but I mean, if you're going there for
that's really the
if you're going there for work, it's kind of.
Dude's paralyzed. I don't think he's doing too much.
He had a stroke. I know.
He didn't have a stroke. Wait, okay, I'm not sure that he
The
didn't
difference
have
is Larry.
but he's in a
Larry
wheelchair because he got
fucking
shot.
I've gotten to believe it.
He's taking
You are
in
fake news.
millions of dollars for snatch,
Yeah, he's a snatch.
and Harvey Weinstein's paying out millions of
He's
dollars
a
for snatch.
snatcher. Yeah, dude. I fucking. Here's the thing. Well, I'm not even gonna say it because it's so gonna get us in so
Do
much
it.
trouble.
No, go ahead.
No,
Do
no,
it.
no.
Get us in trouble.
No, because there's a
Get
bed,
in
so you
trouble.
can't even edit
get you
it
in
out.
trouble.
Whisper it to me.
No.
Write it on the
Whisper it into my dick.
Okay.
The best thing that could happen is we get an email or a phone call. That's the best thing that could happen at this point.
Someone
You
can
won't
add
answer
something
a
to that.
fucking phone call.
Gary tries to pretend that
We
he
did on the
actually
last
called us once.
episode.
I called. Fucking show him. I called.
There's a missed call.
I called.
Okay, what-
It was a miss fucking call.
All right, so you
While
can
we
see
it was when we were recording.
it didn't
'cause
ring.
you-
It's
No,
only
I know
ever
it
rang
didn't.
twice.
I know it didn't ring.
Then he fucked something up because he texted me and said, "Call in." And I was like, "Okay."
Dave Cavenbeer.
It's only ever rang twice. It was with the same guy both times, and the first time Dave edited him out right.
All
out
day
of the
IPA.
show.
It was listen,
all day,
It was literally
all night,
2
all day.
minutes after he texted me and said,
This is Joe
"Call
Rogan
in." And
podcast.
I was like, "Okay." I called in.
That's what they say.
No answer. I left a message.
You did?
I left a
There's
message.
no message.
We don't have a receptionist, by the way. Bless you.
Well, you should have. But yeah,
I think that's the first
you
sneeze on
should
the
have
podcast.
All right,
answered the
so-
fucking phone.
Listen, we
What's this
just
guy's name? Touch me.
listen, we
Larry Flint.
we just ignored it so that you'd actually have to come here and I could hold you.
Larry
Well, I
Flint,
came here to tell you
paralyzed
guys off.
pug,
Because I hate you guys.
has offered $10 million for people to dig up dirt on the President of the United States.
What's his name?
Larry Flint.
Thanks.
Good for him.
I don't know what else to say about this story,
It's over. I took a shot already.
but
Moving on.
He is paralyzed from the waist down due to injuries sustained from a 1978 murder.
stroke.
Gunshot.
Everybody heard stroke, right?
Murder attempt.
I mean, I'd have a stroke.
If you just yell louder than everyone, Jay, it makes
Stop
it
saying it wasn't funny the first time.
Which part?
What? I don't know.
Did anyone actually listen to this?
What the fuck?
That was Devin. That's funny.
Oh shit! Have we had that for a while?
No, I just got it.
That's a good one.
But has he ever had a stroke since?
Let me.
You could be right.
He looks kind of like he had a stroke, so we could just assume.
I think it's just
Wikipedia
He
doesn't
said
say anything.
multiple, I'm pretty sure.
Did you control F and type in stroke? Dead air.
I don't know if he's paralyzed from the waist down or not, but what I've been reading about Louis C.K. is true. God damn it.
Fuck, Jesus!
I knew that.
Did you look it up?
I knew it was going to
Yeah,
be
okay.
that. I knew it was
No,
going to be
I
that.
looked.
But
I looked it up too, and I was actually gonna say something
that
because
shit's been happening for a couple of years now.
yeah, it's been happening for a couple of years, and it's all because this one bitch thought she heard something, so she went to a red carpet and started asking all these comedians how they felt about Bill Cosby, and then how they felt about the Louis C.K. allegations, and no one had a fucking clue what she was talking about because she was the only one who was making that shit up.
Right.
and she got escorted off the red carpet.
Yeah,
That's not-
and it's bullshit.
That's not the entire story, but I don't want to talk about it because he's. There's no proof that he's
That's the
done
entire story that I read on Vice.
it. No, I don't want to talk about it. We'll talk about it often.
We will.
Let's not make good radio.
Yeah, let's.
It's
edit
not
that.
good radio to accuse like the best comedian in the world.
Well, we
of
would
doing
never
something that-
accuse him.
No, we're not doing
I'm not accusing him.
Right, but I don't even want to give it airtime. Is what I'm
Talking
saying.
about it.
The only reason I brought it up is to just say, like, let's not fucking just start demonizing everybody in Hollywood because you fucking heard something or because you decided that you want to start some
Dude,
shit.
did
with
you
somebody.
see like all those resurfacing clips of Corey Feldman, who's just like
Dude,
accusing
why
like,
is that shit popping up all of a
pedophile
sudden?
shit?
Yeah.
He said it's like rampant in the industry. They're saying like all
He said
this,
it's all over
all
the
this shit
fucking
is
place.
rampant.
This is what I'm saying.
You know, just the abuse in the industry is just rampant. Whether it's pedophilia.
Well, his is
and-
pedophilia.
Yeah.
Him and Corey Haim.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about.
He's also super weird.
That's sad.
He is
he did
fucking really
Corey
weird.
Feldman?
Yeah, he
Well,
did
yeah,
a,
of course he's fucking weird.
he did, he did a
He's a
trading
kid from the
spouses.
fucking 80s.
His boyfriend was Michael Jackson. He's gonna be weird.
Was he
One of his boyfriends.
Oh, did they really go out?
No. Did they go out?
Only if you ask Michael Jackson.
Everybody knows Michael Jackson only went out with like
Yeah.
Brooke Shields and his wife,
That
and
Presley
Elvis's
lady?
daughter.
That president lady.
He did a.
I actually couldn't remember her name.
He did an episode of Wife Swap. And he's a strange man.
Who did?
Corey Feldman.
Did he?
Yeah.
He's a
Dude,
fucking
wasn't
weirdo.
he in a movie with? And I could be thinking this wrong, but Maynard
What?
from
What?
Too Old. Wasn't there some weird movie where Maynard was like a big black dildo on? And he was like Satan.
There was a Satan. There was
Yeah,
a movie
well,
with Satan. There
and
was
Corey Feldman was in it.
Bikini
Girl.
Bandits.
Yeah, Bikini
Wasn't
Bandits.
Corey Feldman in that too?
Bikini Bandits. I don't remember if Corey Feldman was. He may have
I don't
been.
know why I
He
think that.
probably was.
Yeah.
Maynard was definitely in it.
Speaking
Yeah,
of,
he
did you
played
hear
the
new-
devil.
Did you hear the new Perfect
He's
Circle
the devil,
song?
yeah.
No.
It was
No.
released like 2 days ago.
I didn't know they were.
It's pretty good.
Holy shit!
It's called like The Doomed or something like that. Or
Dude, I guarantee you the
Really?
next Perfect Circle record will be out before the next Tool record.
Oh, 100%.
they just released a single.
Yeah.
Well, it takes like 15 years for a Tool record to come
It's
out.
been.
I feel like
I actually think it has been 15 years.
I feel like the dude from Tool's been
Hasn't
spending
been
more
15
time like beekeeping.
Vineyard wine
No, he-
winemaking. He's
Well,
a
He's a
winemaker.
beekeeper too. Yeah.
I heard that like
I don't
the
think
entire
that
Napa
is.
Valley's on
think he
fire, so
curates
he
his
probably
own-
won't be spending too much time.
Dude,
getting wine.
yeah. Having worked at the homebrew shop,
Yeah.
with all the fires that are in, like vineyards are burning up out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
They're saying, I'm hearing that grapes will be triple the price out here next year, or just in general.
Good.
Yeah.
Maybe all the fucking jerks that only drink wine will start drinking beer.
Having said that,
That's actually how wine became popular. Because
I wanted to
before-
do a wine episode for our 10th show.
I think we should
Forgot
take it
all
back
about it.
before.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I do
ruined it for you.
want to run into like some
Sorry, I
wine and
ruined it
some
for you,
whiskey
yeah.
and like some different
No,
shit.
I just forgot all about it. My timing was off.
Fun fact: when wine kind of disappeared for a while in France, people drank absinthe, and then when the wine came back, they
Let's do
actually
an absinthe show.
I'll
I
do an
know.
absinthe show. Well, we did
On
one
a Friday.
actually. We
On
actually
a Friday.
We
Well,
actually, we actually did do an absinthe show.
So you
we
know.
just didn't.
Is
have
that
a
why we're
podcast.
hallucinating Gary's here?
Well, they had supposedly in France.
He's
they
the
had
Green Fairy.
In France, they had this giant. It was like a bacteria, like they kind of swept across the countryside,
the
kind of
grapes?
killed off all the grape plants. So they kind of switched to drinking absinthe. And then when all the grape plants came back and they had a supply of wine again, everybody wanted to drink absinthe and not wine. So what they did was they demonized absinthe, which is why. The
Yeah,
whole-
like Van Gogh. It was a conspiracy.
Yeah. That's where all
Someone
the
cut off Van
negatives-
Gogh's ear and they blamed it on that.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Well, all the
No,
neg-
but
Then
pretty
they
much all
flew
the
his
neg-
ear into the World Trade Center.
That shit's fucked up. I know.
does he do conspiracy theory shit a lot?
Dude, all
No,
the fucking time.
no,
it's
fucking
not.
time.
It's not.
I brought
All
it
the way now.
up maybe twice. And one of the episodes didn't even get aired.
That's why absinthe was illegal.
I'm pulling that.
All right. Listen,
I want to say one more thing.
Perfect Circle
same
2018
thing.
release.
The same
Still haven't
thing.
made it to fucking robot battle
The
yet.
same
well,
thing.
we did Robot
Dude,
Battle.
you're not even in
did you?
tune.
Oh, me?
The same thing happened to hops.
Probably not.
So in the U.S. right now, the hop growing region is the West Coast. But there was a time when it was New York area. All the hops were grown in this area in the Northeast. But there was like a hop, like a blight, this fungus that attacked it all and destroyed it all. And then like it went away, and then it rejuvenated on the West Coast. Little side note.
cool, yeah.
That's all. Huh?
I just realized something.
Tell me.
Gary's here.
You know what else though? No.
Hi.
No, but
You know what
no,
else, though?
I mean I knew he was
Hi,
here, but I
boys.
just realized that means I'm not fucking going to bed until 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, we
Hi,
drinking.
boys.
We
No,
be
you-
drinking.
You know other plant got demonized? Marijuana. But
yeah.
I'm just over here, a little tea glass, and leads us to us next the next segment.
Hey.
What do I know? I'm just over here.
In your
sipping my
hood,
tea.
what the fuck is up, you buttercup? I love this guy.
Sipping tea.
Almost as much as Paulo likes him.
Check
Yeah.
his nipples, dude. I feel like he's getting whiter.
Do we get flagged for this? This is why we get flagged.
Dude,
on
we have a
YouTube, right? No?
XXX Tentacion fan page that actually.
Yeah, I saw that.
follow
Shout
us.
out to
Yeah,
the
they follow us.
fan page.
I feel honored.
Yeah, we fucking love
and Rough Riders Radio because I tagged DMX. on it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Rough Riders!
I want their opinions on Jay's rapping last week. He sang some DMX. It was pretty fun.
It was good. It was good. But yeah, so XXX is back in the news. Well, not in the news, but
In the new, he never really leaves. We leave. He stays in the fucking news.
What is XXX?
so XXX Tentacion. He is a rapper.
This guy who's singing right now.
Yes,
Or Temptation.
he's a
don't know.
rapper from Florida,
Okay.
and it just so happened that when we first started doing this, Jay had heard this song that's playing right now, and thought it was good, and
Bitch, I'm
brought it
sipping tea
in.
hood.
Brought it in, and we listened to it on the air and talked about it. And then every time we've done a podcast, there's been something new with him in the news. So we just made it a segment. And it's been growing. It's been growing on us, and we've been realizing just how big he actually is in the
Or
rap
getting.
community. Yeah, and getting.
Well, I think he's been growing with us, honestly.
Oh, that's cute.
Maybe you guys did that.
Yeah, it's
He's like our
So
little.
yeah,
He's
it's
definitely
totally,
getting
totally
the-
thanks to us.
he's definitely getting the heavy drinking bump. That's for sure.
He is. You're welcome.
yeah,
He's
so
permeating the white suburbs.
Yeah.
Shelton residents.
Well, I mean, I've talked about his newest album, 17.
Times.
It's very, and we played a little bit of it here. It's nothing like this song. It's full of like acoustic guitar and
he went
piano
emo after.
ballads and shit.
Yeah.
So
And-
what did you hear? Because I haven't seen the clip, Dave.
So I guess he's actually going even further acoustic. Like the last couple Instagram videos he's put out, people are
He's gonna be doing dashboard
people
confessional.
people are liking it.
confessional solos by
He's
the
like, bitch,
Covers.
your hair is everywhere.
No, people are actually likening it to like some early, not as good Kurt
Oh, you're
Cobain.
about to say something blasphemous.
Yes.
no, and I mean, Listen, all
are
right,
we
here-
setting
Are
up
the
to
problem
listen to
lines?
this, or are we just talking?
no,
about
we
it?
are.
All right,
So here is.
I thought that's why you were stalling. I was hoping anyway.
No, I was loading it up. Sorry, I was hoping someone else was going to take the talking points, but I'll do three things.
Give me a beer.
No, so this is the Instagram post with his latest studio session. All
right, listen, is the volume up?
It should be.
Make sure. You can play one note. That's good.
Oh, hang on. This is all right. So this is a different video.
So this is another note. Check it out.
That's Chino. That's not Kurt Cobain. Why'd you turn it down? We're listening to it.
Someone's on a drum set.
The ending. The end. Hang on. Wait for the end.
We'll see it through. It's good. We'll see it through.
I remember Radiohead. They were cool.
What'd you do? That was it?
That's the end of the video.
All right. Anybody who thinks that sounds like Kurt Cobain has never heard the Deftones, because that sounds more like Chino than anything I've
I
ever
agree. Because Chino's like,
No, I'd agree with that. I mean, this was listen. It was off hotnewhiphop.com. I don't think they know much
Dude,
about.
I don't think they know what hip hop
Sounds
is.
more like
No.
fucking, yeah, because it sounds more like fucking Morrissey.
Well, that's what Chino sounds like.
And the listeners would know that if you talked into the microphone.
Sure.
what'd you say, Gary?
Sorry.
Sounds like who?
It sounds more like Morrissey.
Bitch, I'm Morrissey in your hood. What the fuck is that?
Bitch, I hate the queen.
That was still one of probably the most awkward shows I've been to.
I like it.
Morrissey?
I'm interested to hear
Morrissey,
more.
Morrissey or penis? Which
All of it, man. Just fucking whatever. Anything that wants to go in my
Morrissey's
mouth.
penis.
Penises. I love
does Morrissey have a penis?
He does. He uses it for guys.
So maybe
Maybe-
you remove it in spite.
Maybe,
or
do you think Morrissey would like a piece of chicken?
Pretty sure he would.
Listen, this is not Triple X Montazione. This is fucking Triple X Tentacion. And I'm telling you, I fucking like it. And I want to hear this record.
No, I want to hear more.
Dude,
of
he
whatever
just
that
came out
was.
with a record. I think he's just pumping shit out. It's like, that's his
Yeah.
focus.
Look, that's why I keep saying he's a fucking artist. He
Until-
has to
unle-
create. It
Unless
doesn't matter
he
if he's
goes
on an
to
album
jail
cycle.
for domestic abuse and shit like that, which hopefully
Alleged.
alleged.
And it seems like those
And once again-
charges might be getting dropped.
Well, I've just seen
doesn't mean
nothing
he didn't
pointing.
do it.
I've seen nothing pointing to that, but I hope he didn't do it. If he did, he deserves to go to jail.
I really hope he didn't do it too, because I really want to see what else he comes out with. I really like him. I honestly really do. I think he's really fucking good.
Yeah, no, I want to hear whatever that was. But that's our sipping tea.
All right, can I read a
Yes.
comment that someone put on that video?
Yeah, people hate him. Hip hop guys like fucking hate him.
I can't read the first word because I'm white.
And it starts with the N.
It says, "Beep, playing one key on a piano and moaning like a meth addict. Too much talent for me to handle."
oh, that's funny.
Pretty funny comment.
No, all right, you know what? The dude, like, all right.
As Jay would say,
He's
it's
not-
a truly funny observation.
All right, no, but it's like we said when we listened to his new album, and same goes for this. It's like, yes, it's very simple, but dude's branching out.
Can I make a comment?
Simplicity is perfection.
Can I make a comment? There's a very well-known phenomenon in the hip-hop world where rap artists tend to
Steal music?
sort of direct their music towards an audience
Stealing.
that is mostly comprised of teenage girls of the Caucasian type. So, yeah.
What are you trying to say, Paul?
I'm not saying
Where the white women at? Is
I'm
that what
not
you're trying to
saying
say?
he's doing that.
He's trying to say. Is he saying, "Show me the money"? Is that what he's saying?
I'm just saying that people might be accusing him of doing that.
Listen, I think that okay, here's the thing. If you're if you're a diehard member of the hip hop listening community, I could see why you wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying as a person who's not a member of that community, then he's doing something.
Not to keep on referencing old 80s hip hop to explain my answers, but
to explain your age.
Yeah.
well, no, because I brought up the whole Public Enemy thing last
Yeah.
time. You guys were talking about the white kid being hanged, but I think EPMD wrote a song about this very thing. It's called "Sell Out."
Remember the last time in the last episode, I think I mentioned that when you do a shot of Jaeger, it's like a time machine, and like
Yep.
Yeah,
you do a shot of Jaeger and then you just fast forward like 2 hours in time. What are we doing right now?
what do you mean?
Not.
I took a shot of Jaeger and now I don't even know where we are.
I had 2 shots.
Fucking congratulations. So going back to the big board,
Testicles?
yes, testicles is something that I put up. Jay, you spoke earlier. Well, actually, last episode of a podcast that I turned you on to called Sword and Scale.
Yes.
It's a true crime podcast. It's normally talking about crimes that happened, et cetera, et cetera. I just listened to a episode today where there was 2 guests on the podcast, and their names were Judy Melanik and TJ Mitchell. They're a married couple, and Judy Melanik is a coroner, and she does autopsies.
Does she cut the dicks off?
Well, she put out a book. She has a book called Working Stiff: 2 years, 262 bodies in the making of a medical examiner. She worked. She actually was employed in New York City at September 11th and did a bunch of autopsies for that. She said actually it was less autopsies because they knew how they all died, but it was more identifying remains and stuff. But anyway, she walked us through on the podcast an autopsy, and I thought something that was relevant to our podcast and interesting was, do you know how they inspect testicles in an autopsy?
How?
Carefully.
So what they do is they
Botox?
Everybody knows about the Y-shaped incision.
Yes.
So during an autopsy, there's an incision from shoulder blade
Oh, yeah.
to shoulder blade to pubic area. It's a Y-shaped incision. They take all of the organs out. Interesting side note, they said when they take out the kidneys, there's like a sucking sound that happens in the butthole.
What?
Yeah, it's whatever. But she said
You like it in the kidney.
but she said an interesting fact was that people don't really know is that the way to remove testicles for an autopsy to inspect testicles is they actually take out everything on the inside of the body cavity, and then they actually push the nuts through, back through into the body cavity.
That's awesome.
And then take them out of
I feel
your
like someone
thorax.
did that to me when I was
That
like
hurts
1
a lot.
or 2 because I had
I'm in physical
hernia.
pain right now.
Oh, why?
Just thinking about it.
I thought that was
Well, you're dead.
we're sharing.
So it's okay.
You are
Yeah,
dead.
but is that the end of your story?
yeah, it's real neat.
And this only applies to states outside of Texas.
No,
if you're
that
in
was the end of
Texas-
his story. No, it's just real neat.
What does
If you're
a
in
testicle
Texas-
look like?
Bend over, I'll show you.
Yeah. Sodomy is so much better as a salutation. It is.
That was the end of that. Sorry, I just thought it was interesting.
I don't know why.
I mean,
but
it's definitely
I
interesting.
thought of this when you brought it up. Has anyone ever seen on Amazon the
Natural Harvest?
Natural Harvest?
Yes.
A collection of semen-based recipes.
It was actually on Tosh.0.
It is
I've
a
consumed semen.
well. So my
was a
point
perfect
last
soundtrack.
week is that we probably have at restaurants and stuff because
No.
there's fucked up people. You think you have to be an asshole? That's to your point. I wanted to talk about that actually. You're like, I'm not an asshole, so nothing's ever happened to me. But people are.
They're just
assholes
weird people. Yeah.
Yeah, but
that do
people
weird shit.
people aren't coming in the soup like in Fight Club. If you're a dick to somebody in a restaurant, the waitress goes back and says, or waiter, I don't want to be a shitlord, goes back into the kitchen and says, this guy's a fucking asshole.
Listen,
spit in his food.
Point
Hang on,
counterpoint.
hang on.
Point
Hang on.
counterpoint.
We had a topic on this show with a waitress who just liked to shove hot dogs up her pussy before giving them to customers.
Point counterpoint.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Point counterpoint.
But I'm saying that exists.
Last episode, we talked about a
I
guy
can do
who put semen in or on recorders for school children. So
Those were children. They're all dicks.
I mean, I can't say he's wrong.
Dude,
My daughter will never play the fucking recorder.
semen is not only nutritious, but it also
think
has
she
a
has
wonderful
already.
texture and amazing cooking properties. Like fine wine and cheeses, the taste of semen is complex and dynamic. Semen is inexpensive to produce. True.
hey, man, there's
Can you
fucking
stop
sweat
saying
equity.
Semen. So
There's
much?
sweat equity in
And
it.
is commonly available in many, if not most, homes and restaurants.
Did you say commonly or calmly?
Commonly.
Oh, okay.
Despite all these positive qualities,
Come on,
semen
Lee.
remains neglected
Come on,
as
Lee.
a food.
Because it's not food
This
unless
book-
you're a dirty, dirty girl.
All right, this
It's
is
a protein.
This is a real book that
Hey,
you can purchase
we're talking about my daughter
on
right now.
Amazon. On Amazon. This book hopes to change that. Once you overcome any initial hesitation, you'll be surprised to learn how wonderful semen is in the kitchen. Semen is an exciting ingredient that can give every dish you make an interesting twist. If you are a passionate cook and are not afraid to
twist.
experiment with
The
the
twist.
ingredients,
There's
you
semen
will
in this.
love this cookbook. Apparently, there's a semenology book too called the Semen Bartender's Handbook.
All right, Jay.
Oh, now tell me more. that's
Order
relevant
it.
to my interest.
And more funny to me is this other one that's come up as well. Images you should not masturbate to.
That sounds like a fucking dare.
I was going to say that list is really short for Jeff.
And the picture is like a guy in like a
Monster49@gmail.com.
it looks like a guy in like a frozen lake with a hatchet.
Oh, he's
or an
hitting a
axe.
seal in the head.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
There's just like a.
No, underneath that thing that you can't see where that snow is, there's a dead seal.
Oh, okay, that's sad.
I've seen that picture before.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to masturbate to that.
Just because you don't want to doesn't mean you can't.
Well, it says you shouldn't. And I agree. That doesn't mean I can't. But So
This is
what
how
else?
we lose
everyone has their
listeners.
I mean, if you're like a doomsday type of person and you're trying to prepare yourself for the worst, I mean, I guess the best conditioning would be to jerk off to seal clubbing. I mean, that would condition you for the worst, right?
You can perform. You can
I
perform.
don't know if I'm following you on
Well, no,
this
he's
one.
saying you can perform in any
Never
situation.
know.
Is what
Yeah.
you're saying.
I really don't. There's like by this point in the podcast, I have no idea what he's talking about anymore.
But like,
I mean, think about it.
No, but you
Think
mean
about
like?
it.
Do you mean like so in a nuclear holocaust, like if
Yeah,
like
you
there's
get,
destruction everywhere,
much
and you
any-
have
somebody
to,
bombs the U.S.
and you have to
You get shoved,
repopulate.
in, you
Pretty
get shoved
much-
into a concentration camp. And,
Pretty much any Holocaust.
You know what I mean?
can just-
You're gonna have to
If
relieve
you
yourself.
just have to jerk off, you just have to jerk off.
I don't think you're jacking off in a concentration
I
camp.
mean, why wouldn't you? What else
I
do you
would.
have good going on?
yeah.
Yeah,
Not much.
I agree with that statement. 100%.
I mean, I think your
Plus,
body's
it's nutritious.
Your body's probably
can
working
feed the
harder
entire
to
team.
keep its heart going and
That
its liver
is.
functioning.
We should cut that. We should cut that
You
immediately.
might want to. You might want to.
Just Holocaust jokes aren't. It's too soon.
All right.
Just put that down the too soon cup.
Yeah.
So
Why
apparently,
did you guys talk about Bigfoot?
Yeah, it was a Bigfoot sighting.
all right. I was
Bigfoot
gonna go
sighting.
there, but-
I actually talked to my daughter 2 weeks ago about Bigfoot.
Did you show her Harry and the Hendersons as a
I did
documentary?
not she fucking brought up Harry and the Hendersons. I was like, when have you seen that movie? And she's like, I've seen it a bunch. And I was like, that was a movie when I was a kid.
It's like in the
My daughter loves
when
that
he's
movie.
like Gattaca. And he's
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
it's a terrible movie.
Yeah. I was like, when have you seen this?
Harry and the
She's like,
Hendersons is a
Dad,
terrible
I
movie.
Dude, John
I've seen it all the
Lithgow.
time."
It's not terrible.
No, I know, but it's funny.
No,
Well-
but it's way older than my daughter needs to know about it.
Yeah.
She's like, I've seen it.
if you
I
were
was
a
like,
good father,
when?
Paulo, you should.
I
she
am
would know
not a
about
good
it.
Paulo, you need to
father.
play that movie for your daughter. She'll
I
love
am
it.
not a
What
good
was that,
father.
Harry
Harry and the
Henderson?
Hendersons.
Yeah.
How old is your
Or the
daughter, by the
show?
way?
2.5.
Yeah,
2.5.
She's
She'll
real
love it.
little.
She'll love it.
Thank you, man.
Good for you, sir. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Or she won't be afraid of like large hairy men.
No, she won't be. Because I am. But if anybody who is, hoping for these new Bigfoot revelations to kind of, close any chapters of, mystery in their lives, it has.
Cryptozoology.
Well, here's
Yeah.
the
In the
thing.
last-
But yeah. So there
In the last 30 years, Bigfoot still walks like a person in an ape suit, and people still carry around disposable cameras, I guess, because these photos are awful.
They go.
No,
They go
I don't
to
think
CVS,
it's a disposable
they have
camera.
It,
I think
they
it's
have
an
the
Instagram
film
filter.
It's
done. Whatever they do to film.
It was like two hipster hikers with
Yeah, it was an Instagram filter.
brand new iPhone 10X pre-release phones, and they saw Bigfoot in the mountains, and the one guy's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take a photo of this," and the other guy's like, "No. I have my classic Polaroid camera in my bag next to my to-go record
So
player."
he'll look like every other.
And he's like,
Bigfoot.
give me. He's like, hand me my chai tea, please.
yeah,
I was
this is a
listening
real
to
thing. There was a recent sighting of Bigfoot in California, but the
Cali.
picture looks like it from 1972.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
Instagram filter.
And that's the and a friend sent me something the other day about this too in Oregon because apparently that's like the area for this Oregon, California, Oregon more so I think.
Right. Pacific. We talked about this when we were talking about the Colorado raping of Bigfoot.
Oh yeah. But and maybe I said this last time. Is this a side conversation?
yeah.
We're talking about beards.
Are we doing the Devon?
Yeah,
We're,
sorry.
Yeah, they're
There was
just sitting there
one fucking
stroking each
time.
other's
There was
beard,
one
having a
fucking
side
time.
conversation.
All right.
We haven't seen each other in a long time. It is my wife.
Here's my thing, and Bigfoot. If you want to say it's a conspiracy theory, it is. It is. My thing is the
gonna
technology.
fuck your mouth.
I know you are.
No, but think about it. The technology that we possess between night vision, thermal vision, we could see heat signature. We could literally zoom
Have
down
you
from
seen-
outer space and look at like a single person.
Dude, have you seen the iPhone portrait
That's not
mode?
true.
Have you seen the iPhone
That's
portrait
not
mode?
true, by the way.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, we
shit
had
is-
it.
that
We
shit
had it
is
on
witchcraft.
Samsung phones 5 years ago.
That shit is witchcraft.
No, but I'm saying we'd know if there was a fucking man creature living in the woods. We'd know. Our technology is way beyond that.
And that I'm not 100% on because we're still finding
Creatures in the
civilization.
ocean.
We're still finding civilizations on Earth that we didn't know.
Not in
existed.
North goddamn America.
Yeah.
No,
Not in
not
California.
North America.
No, but I'm
I
just
think,
saying.
I think it was a Canadian.
there
Traveling
could
across the
be-
border.
I think all that's true. Bigfoot exists when I tell my daughter he exists.
Or she.
Why do you
shitlord.
do that?
Or she. What?
Why do you do that?
If Bigfoot existed in Northern California,
I want her to believe in something. And it ain't fucking God. I'll tell you that right now.
And he ain't bringing her Christmas presents.
Yeah.
Christmas presents are too expensive.
He ain't bringing money for like teeth. She just lost her fucking first tooth.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one was it?
Like 3 weeks ago.
One of the big
Fuck.
fronties?
Fuck off, Jeff.
Start off low.
Fuck off.
Start off low. I'm saying don't
50 cents.
Don't throw like a ton of money at the first tooth because then like
Well-
you only have to go up from there.
Well, I wouldn't do that anyway because I'm poor as fuck. But Kate kind of did, and I wasn't there. Beep. So
Gonna have to beep
I'm gonna
that
have,
one
I'm
for
gonna have
sure.
some. Yeah, I know.
Um,
I know.
I heard a funny thing today that they were talking about on Sword and Scale. Actually, they were talking about how like cell phones are like a status symbol. So like everybody wants like the iPhone 10 or whatever. In jail, cell phones are a status symbol too because they're like contraband, and like if you have a cell phone, you can communicate whenever you want. But the difference is that in jail,
You want
You want a Nokia?
You want a
You want
smaller cell phone
ones, yeah,
because
shove your
you have to
fucking
shove it in your asshole. So
Yeah,
Note
of
10
course.
is not a
Clearly.
status symbol in jail. It means that you're ready to get turned out.
No, you want.
I was
You
thinking
want
you want a Nokia so you could
razor.
hit somebody with it.
in prison. You want a fucking flip phone. Bend that shit in half. Shove it up.
Exactly.
I'll
like
call.
you gotta
I'll
put
call
it in a-
mom later.
You got to put it in a condom or something.
No, probably not.
Well,
I mean, you would hope.
I'll use it.
Nope. They probably don't.
jail in the early 90s must have sucked. Those phones are huge.
like a Zach Morris Saved by the Bell phone, just
With the bag.
just sticking out of your butthole.
My mom actually had like a job where she like had to basically be reachable at all times. So like we had like one of the original like
the
cell
bag
phones that
phone?
came in like a bag, and then we had like the car phone that actually was in like a hard. Like,
Yeah, hardwired in.
It had
Yeah.
a wire that
know what
like
he's talking about, Jay?
connected, and then like a huge, like
yeah.
one of those huge,
My
like
stepfather had
brain
one of those,
cancer,
yeah.
like emitters, like those huge things. We had, like, I had all those fucking things. It was hilarious. I can't wait. Remember how like our parents are like, oh, you don't even know what it's like before TV and stuff. Like your daughter one day, you're gonna have to tell her that you had to carry a cell phone around in a fucking suitcase, and she's gonna.
but
be
I
like,
almost-
No, but
that's
I never.
ridiculous.
I never did.
No, but
I
you
never-
know that in your lifetime it
Yeah,
happened.
and yeah, it happened. Of course.
I like the reverse of that, where like movies in like the 80s and 90s, and you saw dudes with like wireless, like little like things in their ear that they could like talk to people, and like everything was so fucking awesome and so cool in these futuristic cars. And now we have those Bluetooth headsets, and everyone that wears one's a fucking dick.
douches.
and the fucking and the Prius that looks like all those futuristic cars is a fucking shitbox. Like,
Does that thing come with a dental dam? That's one of my favorite lines from the other guys.
Was that's the problem with all those old TV shows like the Jetsons and everything?
Rob Riggle.
They assumed that technology would make us nicer people.
I mean, I'm
no, but it's
still-
like all those advances that we thought were so fucking amazing. We couldn't wait to have. Now
the
everyone has them, and it's
douche
fucking
nozzles.
hate it.
Technology will equal morality.
Don't get all fucking.
I read it
said
once.
that on here before.
We are
He still
nothing if
doesn't
we're
know.
not drinking and dick jokes.
Yeah. So yeah, we're nothing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is that
I think
it?
the last
that's
story,
it.
the last story that's on here, it's not that big of a story. It's just something that
Small story.
sort of hits home to me because I always butt dial people and I constantly pick my phone up and I'm always on the emergency dialing screen by mistake.
Oh, that actually happens to you?
Yeah, so when you unlock your phone,
Don't you have a lock on your phone though?
Yeah, it's my fingerprint. But
Same as his butt print.
but if
Clearly.
you just double tap the phone, if you tap the power button on the phone, it gives you an option on the corner of the screen to make emergency calls. And the phone doesn't need to be, even if your phone's locked, you can still make an emergency call.
Right.
So I guess somebody in Florida, Ohio. I automatically assume everything I automatically assume everything terrible happens in Florida.
Or
It's
Police
usually
in
one-
Ohio say they've arrested a man after receiving random 911 calls for months from his apparently malfunctioning cell phone. The Review and Alliance reports bring police arrested 33-year-old Nathan Hawkins October 5th on a felony charge of disrupting public service.
It was a dick dial.
Yeah.
Dispatchers in the Northeast Ohio village say they received at least 20 emergency calls from his cell phone from January through August. It's not that bad.
I would like to
I mean, yeah, that's what
hear the
2 a
tapes.
month.
Because like usually when somebody butt dials you, you
No,
can hear all
4 a
sorts of
month.
fucked up cool shit.
Yeah, you go back to the tapes. He's probably banging like a chick that was like
And it sounds just like you just
super
did.
young.
Oh, all you hear is this.
He
Oh, you hear Jeff's beard on the microphone?
Hawkins was warned
that's my-
previously that he would
my
be
mustache,
arrested
right?
if they continued receiving 911 calls for no reason. So apparently it kept happening, and they arrested the man
That sucks.
on felony charge. That seems a bit extreme.
Right, though?
That's
like,
kinda
that's
fucked up.
I mean, but
kinda fucked
also fix your shit.
Yeah,
I mean, I get these updates.
I don't
Apple
know
fixes
how
my
that
shit,
happens
You know,
all the time to this one person. That makes no sense.
Right. I mean, listen, it happens to my mom all the fucking time, and I have no idea how it
I don't
happens
think
because
that's a true statement.
no, not 911. She calls me by like a butt dial, which is
She's your mom and she
listen,
worries about you.
No, listen, it's impossible because you have to unlock your phone, go to a contact, hit send.
not if you're like
But
a
somehow it fucking happens.
favorite.
Yeah, well, 911.
Well,
is like
I
an
am the
emergency
favorite,
call,
but-
so
I'm a porn star and I oppose teen abortions.
There you go.
What?
That's what I think it said.
But there's only 2
Oh, we're
blanks.
back. Mad Libs. We can keep playing that.
that
Why
was
we stop?
fucking dude. That was like an hour ago.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it.
There's only 2 blanks though. Use 3 words.
I said oppose.
I oppose you.
I oppose.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be I'm a
It's
porn
supposed
star
to be-
and I.
Paulo fucked up. He
Oh,
didn't write
Paulo
the
did
sentence
mess up.
correctly.
Yeah.
We got to start over. Start the
Then
podcast
that's,
over.
then that's my bad. I'm sorry.
I said it
I there.
in the beginning.
Yeah, you did. I just ignored you. I didn't know I was going to get called out.
Of course you did.
And that's the podcast, number 10.
I'm a porn star and I praise teen abstinence. Positive messages from the Heavy Drinking Podcast.
That was
There you
perfect.
have it.
We have to go out on that.
That was the best
episode
one.
10.
That was the best one ever.
203-463-4043.
Don't call because they won't answer.
Leave
Heavy
messages.
Drinking Podcast at gmail.com.
Join us next week. We have astrophysicist Von
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Don Hickelschnuffer. We'll be talking about interdimensional time travel.
Dave, what's the Flying Cornhole website again?
It's easy. It's flyingcornhole.com. Want to give a huge shout out to those guys again for joining on and supporting us in
Yeah, that's
our
awesome.
endeavors on the Heavy Drinking Podcast.
In our infancy.
Absolutely. Thanks to Gary for coming and lying about all the stories that we lied about, even though you said that they weren't wrong. And go fuck yourself.
I don't think, I don't think that was the case, but okay.
Also, thank you to Grok Gorhawks for coming in and talking about the fifth dimension
Crumbing it.
in my brain.
Is that
Was that when I did that shot of Jaeger? Because I don't remember that part.
It happened in my
was
brain.
that a fantasy?
I mean,
or
I know
video
we're
game?
going out, but did you
What
guys
is
ever
that?
hear of the rapper Logic? He's like a white kid, but he's like half black.
I'm pretty sure Logic's black.
No, he's not. He's
Oh, he's
very white.
half?
He's like
he goes. He's like a white kid, but half black.
no, he's like very white.
Oh.
But he's
So he's
Not that it
snow.
matters.
yeah.
no, he's Neil deGrasse Tyson actually is on his new album.
Oh, cool.
What?
Wait,
Does he have bars?
No, he's not rapping. He's like playing like a character, like a narrator almost or something.
We got 10 seconds to wrap this up before I piss on the floor. So thanks everybody for listening. This is episode 10.
Check it out, Logic.
We
Hashtag.
love you guys. We're going to go out on a song that Jay brought up. And it's actually an old spiritual. That's a new song. What was it? What's his name?
It's called Derek Webb. His new album dropped called Fingers Crossed. I highly recommend it. It's more of a kind of coming to age in a way,
it's going to take me a second.
for lack of a better term.
Coming? How to spell coming?
COMINUMMING.
Speaking of coming of age, pick up that new
It checks out.
Wheeler Walker Jr. album.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Wheeler Walker Jr.
it's kind of a serious song,
Awesome.
but for all intents and purposes here at the Heavy Drinker Podcast, it fits in nicely.
Stay with it. You'll get some payoff in the chorus.
Yeah, he's a great musician, great songwriter, singer-songwriter. It's not high energy, but it's a good one.
All right, so thanks everyone. Thanks to Flying Cornhole, and we will see you again next week.
Gary Michael,
We've been heavy. We've been
Gargoff,
drinking.
Googs,
Gargoth the Impaler.
Jiggy and Googs.
Googie.
Out. Sorry.
Later, thanks.
me to forget all of my regret. I know you're strong enough to do the job. You go by many names, forever stay the same. Your promises I claim, you're all I've got. We gather here because we know there's nowhere